This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so uh, today's agenda is to explain the PS project introduction. In previous session, I have already started, so I'll continue the same introduction. In this introduction, I am just capturing as of now the primary understanding. Primary understanding means the object master data, which we are having in the business process, which we are going to cover. So it's just an idea. We will go in the detail. Each step will go in the detail. Okay. Second is business process in SAP PS. So as I explained in my previous sessions also, we are having three project types in PS. First is investment project, customer project, and cost project. So I'll take one example of any type of project like say EPC, engineering, procurement and construction project, or any construction project with reference to explain the few initial steps so that understanding will be clear. Okay. So I'll continue this PS in project introduction. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So here, so we are continuing the same PPT, and we were here in last time. We have already discussed about the process, and today is the project structure. Okay. So if I explain the general idea of the project, okay, we used to go in the phase. Okay, phase one. First is initiation, second is a planning, third is execution, and fourth is a closure. So when we are going for initiation, in different project type, we can have the different activities. Okay, and to cater this all requirement in the system, we need some basis. We need some base to take it forward. For example, let's say okay, 1 second, please. Okay, so when I'm going for any project, let's say if I'm working in legacy system, I'm not in SAP, for example. Let us understand in simple way. Okay, so when we are executing any project, let's say we are having the file system, we are having one hard file, or we are working in Excel. So how generally any organization will work? So let us consider a scenario when we are constructing one head office for my organization. Simple example which I'm carrying from my previous sessions also. So first of all, let's say this particular project has been divided in some phases. So first is the initiation, second is the planning, and third is execution, and fourth is handover or closure. So I'm saying it's my first phase is project initiation. Okay, second is project planning, third is project execution, and next is a handover or closure. So project initiation we already understood. In our investment management, we have decided to go for this construction. So initiation is happened, inception is happened. Now we can go for some next level of planning where we need to go for the procurement of land, or if we already having the land, we can define that better to go for the construction on this particular land. So we are going for detailed planning. So we will have some activities in the project planning. Okay. and then you'll move to the project execution. So if we are doing all these activities in a legacy system, let's say if you are working in an Excel file, so you need to prepare some basis. Okay, based on that you will go forward. What is the basis means? When you are saying the construction of project, construction of your head office, so somewhere you will have the header in your file, construction of head office. Okay, and within that, whatever the elements you are capturing to track your progress, to track your cost, to track your quantity, to track the resource planning, to track whatever you want to manage in your project, you need a basis. So for that basis, what you are preparing a work breakdown structure, WBS. Okay, it's the simplest master data and PS. Okay, that is the primary one. And here we can divide our requirement in small work package or work breakdown structure, WBS. So here we are structuring our work, we are breakdowning our work. Okay, so here we can prepare WBS. So now it will become a basis to prepare or to manage other things like the quantity, the progress, the cost, the revenue, the dates, the scheduling, everything. Okay, so here first is the header, which is my project definition, and second is WBS. Okay, so here in this PPT, I'm going through of this one of element work breakdown structure to explain. So coming back to here, yeah. So here I tried to explain in a different kind of project what exactly we are having as a WBS element. So let's say this is the basic project structure. So here first level I am defining the project definition. Okay, this is the
Do we have one question, sir? Do we need to have a kind of top level position, or we could have many level, one level?
here we can have the many level at first level. It's many WBSs first level also. It is possible. You need to understand the nature of the project. Okay, so I'll explain that in which case you need to go for the multiple WBSs first level. I'll explain. Okay, so let me explain this first, this project structure, the WBS work breakdown structure. Then I'll let you know how you need to think of the levels in your project. Okay, so here I have taken one example of installation of 6611 kV substation for wall cast. Okay, so this is the project definition. Here project definition will have all the control on all the elements which are coming under the project definition. Okay, so WBS, another master data is network activities. This settings of project definition will have a control on all the object which is coming under this. Here I'm taking the WBS one of master data here, work breakdown structure. So first level we have created in this example, we have created only one WBS element at first level. Okay, and then it is divided in next level of WBS element. So level one, here I'm saying this is the installation of 6611 kV substation for wall cast. So whatever the project definition we are having, similarly I have defined the WBS here. Okay, then next level is design engineering, procurement of material, erection and civil. Okay, and here in design and engineering, then again we have bifurcated next level as a labor, procurement of material we have again bifurcated as a material, then it is bifurcated as civil material and electrical material. So we need to create a structure till that level where we can manage it. Okay, if you are able to manage it 12th level or 10th level or 8th level or even 20th level, you can create it. But as per the best practice, we should create this structure till 5th level only. Okay, if you are having so many levels, you need to think of that to squeeze it on till a certain level only. So here, whatever the codes we are defining at definition level, that is extended as per the levels of WBS element. So here I'm saying it's a T-111-08-0001. So this codification is having some logic. Why we are keeping this kind of logic here? And when level is increasing, so one level you will see it is extended in the code. So here -a, -b, -c, -d. So when you are looking into the same -b, next level again we have added here -01, and then again next level we have added here -01 and -01. So it is written wrongly here. It should be -02. Okay. So by looking into code itself, we can say what is the level of
Rama,
this.
just now you say there's a logic for the creation of project definition. Is it that
Mhm.
last session we discussed about the
Yes,
project coding mass, or what is that logic?
yes,
Is it?
it is the same. It is the same. It is the same.
Oh,
Okay, I'll explain it again. I'll come here. See, there we have discussed with reference to position. Okay, now we are in the project, PS project. So your code in PS project can have some different logic. So here again, we will understand that on what basis we can define the project code. Okay. So likewise, we are creating a structure here, work breakdown structure. Okay, let me take you to a few levels ahead. Okay, when I'm saying here WBS element, so why exactly I'm creating a WBS element? That is the first question. Work breakdown structure. Okay, that is fine. We have created as per my work. We have break down all the work in a small work, and then now I can manage it. But what benefit I'm getting it? So for example, if you are creating the similar kind of structure in your Excel itself, you need to, why you are defining there in Excel itself? You want to you want to manage some data with reference to this structure. So same thing you can manage in your PS system also. So what we can do exactly, I'm skipping some slides here to reach on that exact the function slide. So these are the functions available in WBS element. The first function says here the planning. We can plan the cost and revenue in WBS element. That is a primary thing. Okay. Then we can plan the dates. Here dates, different kind of dates we are having here. Basic date, schedule date, actual dates. Okay. Basic dates, when we are creating the structure that time, we can define the start date and end date. Then we can schedule based on some parameter, we can schedule our project. System will calculate their schedule date. And when we are confirming any work, so when we are saying that we have started this work from this date to that date, so that is my actual date when we have exactly worked on my WBS element. Third is budget. So we can manage our budget, we can plan our budget with reference to WBS element. So within budget, I can define my original budget. I can have the budget updates, means supplement of budget and transfer of budget. We can have the release of budget. We can have availability control, means whatever the budget we have defined, we can have control on it. Then purchase requisition, we can create a purchase requisition on WBS element, purchase order. So if you want to purchase anything from vendor, any service, any material, we can create a purchase order. And whatever service or material I'm getting, okay, I can have actual cost. And then we can settle it to certain object. Okay, so I'll take you to very simple way. In slide, it is written lots of functionality there, but let us understand in WBS how exactly we are going to carry all the steps in my process. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so I'll take very simple way. Okay, all the steps, let's say this is your, I'll take same example. 1 second, please. Installation of same
Sir,
example.
just to clarify the nomenclature, we call WBS the role structure, okay? We are talking about WBS element, okay?
Yes,
Just
yes,
to, okay.
yes. So what I'm saying, when I'm managing all these things in Excel, okay, let's say this is my project, okay, And in this project, here I'm saying project definition. Okay. And here I can have level. I should say WBS level. Then next I should say level WBS level 1. Then WBS level 2. Then WBS level 3. Let me explain in third level only. Okay. You can correlate to your requirement. So this is the project definition, and I'm keeping same project definition at first level here. Okay. So I should say here, or let me say it's a WBS element only, not level. Okay. So here it is my first level of WBS element. Okay. Then within that I am having second level of WBS element. And what is that exactly? Here if I'm correlating design, procurement, erection, and civil. So design, procurement, erection and commissioning, and civil work. So all these are my second level of WBS element, right? And if I'm going within design, let's say I need to create some more WBS element within design. Okay, here actually I can't create hierarchy, otherwise I would show you by creating hierarchy here. That's right. So within design, I'm seeing let's say rough cut design. Sorry. Okay, and design approvals. Okay. So I'm taking three next level of WBS element here. So this is third level again, third level. Again in procurement, I'm seeing here I'm seeing let's say equipment procurement. Okay, service procurement. Within erection and commissioning, so this is third level. Within erection and commissioning, I'm creating next level. Let's say execution of, I'll say foundation work, installation of, okay, that's it. And then I'm saying cold commissioning test. And then hot commissioning test. In civil work, I'm saying here, let's say road works. That's it. So when I'm starting my project, okay, so I have created a structure. Okay, and here I have defined the levels. I would create all these levels in different WBS element to show you the hierarchy, but I kept here everything in one so that we will understand how we are having the levels when we are filtering it. So when we are seeing the design, okay, let me keep it some different color for design here. Okay, this is a design. Okay, this is a procurement. So you'll understand clearly. And this is a installation. Sorry, this is erection and commissioning. Some different. Okay, and then civil work. So basically we are having 4 second level WBS element. Okay. So when I want to see only first level WBS element, I can keep one here, filter. Okay, so let's say only second level. So I can see here only second level. So this can be my master file when I'm creating any data in Excel. Okay, so here I'm removing filter. So my first thing is, let's say if I'm going activity wise, the step wise, the first is project cost. Okay, so I can say here proposed cost. Let's say this is my proposed cost. The next is cost sent for approval. Okay, the next is approved cost. So here approved cost is budget. So I can say it's a budget cost. Okay, here I can say supplement, and here I can say transfer. That will be used later on. Okay, next I can say plan revenue. Okay, and then I'll say here start date, then end date. Okay, then I can say here this is plan start date. When I'm saying yes, it should be plan on, and then plan end date. Then I can say here what I am having here. Let me check. This has happened, purchase requisition. Yes, I can have here purchase. Okay, purchase quantity, or I can say purchase requisition amount. Okay, then purchase order, then delivered. Okay, then settlement. So if I don't have SAP, I need to carry all these activity in my Excel itself, right? Okay, so let us understand here how. So when we are going for planning, okay, so when let's say we have created this structure, that is my first job in Excel itself. I need to create this, or if I'm having any template which we have already completed similar kind of project, we can copy it. So we can have one master template where we are working every time similarly. Okay, so in this Excel, I'm having all these WBS element, and now I'm defining to have the cost on certain WBS element only. So I'm saying here that wherever the WBS, I'm selecting as a tick only the cost I'll keep for that WBS element, because this is my master file. So I'll say cost plan WBS element. I'll plan the cost only for design from architect, because my cost is involved here. Okay, this is my primary template understanding. And here procurement, I need to define the cost, but on third level, not on second level. So cost will be accumulated on next level. So when I'm saying equipment procurement, I'll plan my cost here. Service procurement, I plan my cost here. Then when I'm going in erection and commissioning, I'm getting the installation of 66 kV substation. So it means the internal labor will be there. So I'm defining the cost there. For cost commissioning, so this is a cold commissioning test. When I'm saying cold commissioning test, I don't require anybody here. It's a simple job. Hot commissioning test, I'll define some. Okay. Road works, yes, I'll keep the cost here. So only these are the WBS element where I need to have the cost. So I'm saying here initially when I'm checking all the details in the project. Okay, so I'm saying it will almost, I need to plan here 20,000 USD. I'm keeping symbol values here. Proposed cost in USD. Okay, so I can 20,000 here. 1 second. Okay, And when I'm going in equipment procurement, I'll define here 40,000. Okay, and when I'm saying service procurement here, let's say it's 80,000. When installation of 66 kV, I'm saying 100,000. Then commissioning of test commissioning 10,000. Then road works, let's say it's a 50,000. So this is my total cost. I can say total cost. How I can say, let's say sum. So at next level, I'm making the sum, right? Sorry, second level. Okay, so here I'm saying sum. Sorry, procurement sum. Why it is showing 0? Procurement yeah. Okay, and when I'm going for design, so it is here till here. And when I'm going on first level, I'll say sum of sorry, this one plus second level only I want to add. So total cost is 300,000. Okay. So if I want to see anything here by putting the filter, I can check here. Let's see if on first level, if I want to see only, I can see 300,000. When I'm checking at second level only, I can see total values 300,000 here. Okay. Sorry, I will not put it. If I want to see the detail at only third level, I can see total is 300,000. So on selection of a level, the values is accumulating it's to its parent level WBS element. So this kind of arrangement we are having in my master file now. Okay, now let us go to the next level. So here when we are sending for the cost for the approval, I'm sending, let's say this is my rough cut costing, but whatever I'm sending further, okay, it will have the copy of whatever I'm proposing it here. Okay, so it means this was the version, some different version 1, and here I'm saying here version 0. So I can have multiple versions here, version 1, 2, 3, 4 as per my requirement. So when I'm copying it, I'm saying that I will go with the same values for further approval. Okay, or you can have 90% or 80%, how we have taken in. 1 second, please. 1 second. Okay. Okay, now when my management is approving it, so as I explained in investment management also, we are having the same logic we are keeping here, that whatever cost you have proposed, of that I'll only approve 80%. Okay, so the cost is approved similarly, and now this approved cost is my budget. Okay, so it was proposed as 300,000. Now my approved cost, which is my budget, is 240,000. Okay, as of now this is a planning stage, so I will not have any supplement, nothing. And in another side, I'm having some revenue. I need to plan some revenue. So it is not compulsory to plan the revenue for the same WBS element where you are planning your cost, right? In Excel itself, you can say that only the whole this installation of 6611 kV substation I'll sell. Okay, I'll get revenue on that. So that revenue is, let's say, 400,000, right? So let me check here some values. 1 second. Page layout. Where is that view data?
is this level? It's a 1 year. How do you? What does it mean?
I'm taking
400,000.
total now. I'm taking total, not it is not bifurcated in year wise. Okay, so 400,000. Just consider its overall revenue. Okay.
Without
So
a time. Okay.
as of now, I'm not going. It is just for understanding. It can be in the year wise also. You are correct. But to understand the process, what are the things which I'm going to carry in my process? I just want to explain that. Okay. So we can go with the year wise also, but if I'm going year wise in the same sheet, it will be very cumbersome to understand. But just consider it's overall. As of now, I'm saying here overall proposed cost, overall cost sent for approval. This is my overall budget, which is approved, and the overall plan revenue. Okay, that's it. So it is not always compulsory that you are selling or you are billing the individual item in your items, whatever you have mentioned in sheet. You can say when I'm delivering my full product, I'll get 400,000 of revenue, right? So your differences will be there. What will be the difference? This is your cost with your proposed cost and revenue difference, you can see, and then approved budget and revenue difference, you can see both the things. So this is the part of cost planning and revenue planning. Okay, so when you are going through the Excel itself, you can manage your data like here. But how we need to manage the same thing in SAP, that is my second target to understand. Okay, so here now next is the plan start date. So let's say this project you as per your plan date, you have to start anyhow this project on 1st of July 2020, and you need to finish this project within a year, 30th June 2021. So this is the start date and end date you got from your customer. Okay, and it is agreed in as per your contract. So you can define your start date and end date of individual WBS element as per your requirement, because you have to go in the sequence. Sometimes you have to carry some activities parallel, or some activities depend on some different activities. So here I'm calling it as a task. I'm calling it as a WBS element. I'm not going to the next level of network and activity to understand as of now. So let's say when I'm going, the first step is rough cut design. So I'm taking in sequence. Okay, here I'm saying this activity will start on 1st of July 2020 when my project is start, and will finish on 10th of July 2020. Okay, next design approval. It will start on 11th July 2020 and will finish on 30th July 2020. So I'm here putting my plan dates. Okay. So by considering this, I can have the Gantt chart in system. I can have some graphical representation. So this is we can say the scheduling. Okay, the date planning. Now, for individual item which you are purchasing, you need to create a purchase requisition from the individual department. So the department who's executing the project, he has to procure the services or the material. So here, if you see, we need to procure the material or services for these two WBS element: equipment procurement and service procurement, right? And in equipment procurement, I have defined here 32,000 of budget, and in material it's a 64,000. So here, when we are going to procure any material, we have to create a purchase requisition for that, or service. If we are procuring any service, in that case we need to create a purchase requisition. So let us understand, for this particular services, I'm creating purchase requisition, multiple purchase requisition. So let's say I have created one purchase requisition of 10,000 plus 20,000. So 3 purchase requisition I'm creating here. Okay. And here in system, whatever the purchase requisition you are creating, it used to be called as a commitment value. So it means it is committed. You have committed already with system, with your total budget. Okay. So let's say out of this 32,000, you have converted into purchase order. Here 30,000 means you have created 3 purchase requisition here, 10,000, 20,000, 2,000. And here you have converted 2 purchase requisition into purchase order, which is first one and second one. And you are saying it's a total 30,000. Okay. And let's say out of this 30,000, the services has been delivered of 15,000. Okay, just consider this scenario now. So here financially, if you look into the system, you are having the plan cost in version 1, then you are having finalized cost, then approved budget you are having, then start date, then end date, then you have created purchase requisition, you are having purchase order, and then this is the services which has been delivered. So all these things you can manage within Excel. And finally, when your work is done, you can find out, you can calculate the profit. Let's say whatever the activities you want to execute in this project, it's done. And then finally, you can get the profit here by revenue minus your budget, which is the approved budget. So 160,000 as a profit you got through this project, and this 160,000 you have to manage, you have to keep it in your profit and loss account, and you have to show as a asset into your balance sheet. So that is the next step from the finance side. When your total your product is ready, okay, that is the next level. Okay, we are not talking about that part as of now, but whatever we have gone through in this complete exercise, the same thing we can manage in SAP and in very transparent way. Okay, and we will go step. Okay, so here I hope the process which I thought to communicate, I think it is clear. If you have any question, please let me know, so that I'll make a reference of this sheet to replicate in my system.
I think we can consider it a milestone too, okay, in an ordinary project.
Yeah, so milestone, we are having a different kind of plannings. Okay, planning of cost planning and revenue planning in PS. Okay, so if you go the cost planning side, we are having hierarchical cost planning where we can directly enter the values. Then we are having cost element level planning. We are having easy cost planning. We are having network costing. We are having CJR2 planning. So there are different kind of planning of cost itself. Another side, we are having the revenue planning. So we are having two levels, two types of revenue planning. First is automatic revenue planning, and second is a manual revenue planning. So in manual revenue planning, you need to just enter the values and that's it. But when you are going for automatic revenue planning, when you are creating a sales order and when you are assigning your WBS element to sales order, the amount which you have kept in sales order will be considered as a revenue. Okay, so in that time, you can define a billing plan, how you need to bill to your customer. So that time you can have a milestone billing. Okay, so I'll explain that part when we'll go in a detail way. It is to just understand how we are proceeding with the system understanding. Okay, we will go each part in detail. Let's say the cost, 2-3 types of different costs we will see. We'll see the manual planning, we will see the cost element planning, we will see easy cost planning, we will see network costing. 4 type of cost planning we will see. Similarly, in revenue also we'll see 2 types of revenue planning. Okay, so in elaborative way, I'll take you through once we'll go in a step by step. Okay, is it clear, please? Any more question? Okay, so here when we were going through of this the functions of WBS element, these all activities we have seen how we are doing in a legacy system, and same thing we can do in my SAP system also. So where we can do the planning cost, revenue planning, dates planning, budget planning, commitment, actual, and periodic processing we can do. Okay, okay, 1 second please. Okay, so so let us go from the first step. Whatever we have discussed, let us see in the system how we can do that. Okay, that is important for us. So let me open the system. 1 second, please.
Rama, I have a question.
Yeah.
You mentioned that like plan start date and plan end date, right? Do we have a
Mhm.
concept of like actual start date and actual end date?
Yes. See,
Okay.
that is the same which I am showing here in my, actually in Excel I did not mention all the columns, but it is to just give you idea what we are going to capture. But if you see here in my functions of WBS element, here the basic dates and scheduled dates and actual dates. So actual dates are the dates which we need to enter when we are starting the actual work, when we are working on it. From that date and when we are finishing it, the start date and end date has to be captured in the system. Okay. So here, system, I'm coming here. We have already seen when we are creating a project here in Project Builder, but I'll create a new project here to explain the process here. So 1 second, please. Let me see here what is the project profile. Okay. So here I'll go to create new. So this is the same transaction CJ20N which I have already explained, but one more time I'll show you how you can go to this transaction. So go to the SAP Easy Access, go to accounting, go to project system, go to basic data, go to master data, sorry, go to project, go to CJ20N. So here you can create a project through template or through operative project, which you have already executed. But now here we are going to create a direct project, okay, as an operative project. So to create a project, click here, go to project. First of all, we need to select the open number here. So how we can select that? Click here. And this is the coding mask which we are following. Okay, so for you, the coding mask can be anything. We will understand what is the need of coding mask here, what are the different logic, but just want to show you how it is relevant to my process which we have discussed now. Click here. So I'll take the project here, this one. And we need to select the project profile. Here the project profile is the KDS, key data structure, which we need to create in configuration. So I'm selecting one profile here, 9001 key, this one. And I'll say it's a substation. Okay, so 1 second, let me select. Okay, this is the same. Okay, so this is your project definition, project definition. And now we will create first level of WBS element. So to create it, right click here. Okay, go to create, go to WBS element. And here I will keep the same code at first level. Okay. Why we are keeping same code, I'll let you know. But just understand as of now, we are keeping the same code. If you are keeping only one WBS element at first level, better to keep same code what we are having of project definition. So this is a WBS element and this is a project definition. Within that, we are creating a next level of WBS element. Right click here and go to create, go to WBS element. Now, next is second level of WBS element we will create. So what I'll do, I'll keep here filter only two. So I'll take all one by one. Design, design DSI GL. Okay, next is procurement. Okay, then next is erection and commissioning. Then civil work. Okay, that is second level. Then within design, I want to create some more WBS element. Right click here, go to create, go to WBS element. So here within that, go to the third level only. So rough cut planning. Okay, so similarly for procurement also we can do that. Procurement. Material procurement. Okay, you can create in a one shot also, like you need to go to the project definition, go to here. Okay, so here you can see the levels. Okay, but here it is little you need to take care the levels and everything. Okay, so you can do the copy paste also. So to avoid any issue, I am going directly from here. So right click here, go to WBS element, installation.
Rama, for example, we have wrongly created the WBS under the some specific level. Can we move it to the other level?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
We can do that, but see, actually, the order, the code which is being followed, it is better to keep in the same way. See here, if I'll open here, see this is my project code G290001, and this is my first WBS element 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I want to see within a 3, I'm getting 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. So there is some specific identification through the WBS code or project code. So if you are dragging from here to here, okay, let's say if I want to drag this one to here, let me save this first, then I'll show you here. So I have saved the WBS element, the project here. Let me open it again here. So let's say your question is how we can, let's say this is the road work and which you want to keep within hot commissioning. You can keep left click here and drag it to hot commissioning. So here it will, but the code will be same 4.1. So if you are facing similar kind of requirement, in that case, better to create a new one here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, see, this your
Rama,
project.
sometimes user might make mistake. We also suppose instead of WBS in a project definition or main WBS level should be the project as it is what you say, and WBS will be uh, the different number. By wrongly or mistakenly, they go and create the project WBS code as a project code.
So there's a first level already. System will check. It should be unique. This WBS element is a unique number. It cannot be repeated.
No, sometimes it can use that is a user creation, right, manual. So sometimes the user might tend to do, because in real scenario that was happen the scenario. Uh, after
Can you
release we cannot change it.
no,
After release we cannot change it. I
Can
think.
you come again? Can you come again, please? What was the issue?
No, the WBS code is wrongly used as a project code.
WBS code. It is the same. See, I'm keeping the project code and WBS code same. What is the harm?
No, the WBS third level one, third WBS.
This one was created as a project definition code, right?
Yes, the second design.
Design. Okay, so what we can do, we can keep one validation here. Okay, there is a process of key validation substitution. That is a standard
Oh,
process. We can create a validation based on that system will check. It should not go
oh,
beyond of that particular code. So it is available at a function level. And if you need some more level of check here, we can have one validation enhancement. Okay, that is possible.
okay.
Okay, so we can avoid it. But before implementation, when we are in implementation, the consultant has to understand the requirement and then he has to prescribe this solution. Otherwise, if you would created already some of code having the wrong number, it is very difficult to correct them, because if you are applying any validation, it will applicable on your existing project also. And in that case, you will not be able to operate that existing project. So you can exclude, you need to exclude in your validation code. That is the next level of validation.
Yeah, because they have multiple projects ongoing, so user might sometimes tend to do their mistake. That
So
is the reason.
we
In
can have
real time, it's
validation.
happened. Yeah, in
No,
real
it is.
time it is.
I also face so many times. This is a normal requirement. We used to put one validation here on the project definition. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah. One second. So here the project is ready. Now this is your operative project. Okay. And when you are creating this project, okay, so let me explain few more things here. When you are creating, you need to understand the organization structure, means which company. In your same organization, you can have multiple company. Okay. If you see in the construction companies, generally in India, as per the law, whenever they are going for a new project, they used to have a new company. So the construction company, the real estate company will be that is a group of company which is having almost more than 200, 300 companies within that, right? As per the legal requirement. So in that case, every time they are creating a new company code and for a new project. So in that case, when you are creating any project in system, you need to select the controlling area, which is the highest level as a group of company, and then company code, where you are executing this project, and then business area, plant, location, and other organization structure. Okay. So here, this is the project structure now, and my second explanation was here that here we need to define where exactly we need to do the cost planning. Okay, so if you see in this structure, I kept the design from architect, that is my cost planning WBS element, equipment, procurement and service procurement, and then installation of 6611 kV substation. So here how I can manage it, come here and go to the WBS element, relevant WBS, design from architect. So these are the operative indicator. Based on that, we can control it. So if I'm selecting this planning element, I can plan the cost. And if I'm selecting the billing element, I can define the revenue. Okay. So to define the revenue, I have to select as a billing element, and to define my plan cost, in that case, I have to select this planning element. So in this system, for this WBS element, I'm selecting planning element. Then procurement, here both the WBS element I am selecting as a planning element. Okay. In erection and commissioning, only I need a cold installation of 66 kV and hot commissioning test. So let me check for both only I have done it. Yes, this one. And then last one is road work. I need to go here for road work. Okay. And what is the meaning of account assignment element? Wherever this WBS element is being used as a account assignment, means if you want to capture any actual cost, actual revenue, if you want to assign any object within this WBS element, we should select this. So as of now, I am selecting all the WBS element as account assignment here. As I explained, if I want to plan the revenue, my WBS element has to be selected as a billing element. So in my example here, I am saying this revenue I am defining at header level, means first level of WBS element. So only I need to select the first level WBS element as billing element. Okay, so here we are going in very basic way. Okay, we will understand everything, each field and what is the need of all these functionalities. But before that, let us understand as per the relevancy of my business, how I am proceeding with the PS object. So what I did, I have plan it, okay, and save it. So my structure is ready now. If you want to see any report in system, you can come back here, go to the information system, go to structure. These are the two report, major report, structure overview and project structure overview, CN41N. You click here. Okay, here select PS info profile. First one, select it. Project definition. I have entered here project definition and click here.
Rama, what is the use of the TS info profile?
There is some profile in information system. Accordingly, I'll get the data here. Okay. So here in system, whenever you are executing any transaction, as of now, because it's you'll understand later on, but one second. You need to
Okay.
select PS info profile, this one every time. See, now it is not asking, but if you want to see here PS info profile, you come here, you need to select first one, standard profile structure overview. That's it. So as of now, you just select this one and execute. One second, please. Okay, so here you can see the structure. And one more thing you can see here, system is showing basic finish date. Okay, so as per the configuration, system is selecting today's date as a finish date because we did not enter anything. Okay, so we can enter some more data here. Let's say go to CJ20N, and as per our plan, I'm saying this project will start on 1st of July. Sorry, 1st of June or 1st of July, which date? July we have taken. So one second, 1st of July, and in next year we will finish it. Okay, 30th June. Okay, so here accordingly we can plan the dates. Okay, let's say at last level we can enter the dates. So you go to the WBS element and go to the date field here. 1 second. I think here some limitations. Okay. See, actually, there is some change done by somebody. So I'm not getting that feed tab here, date tab. Okay, so we'll change it, no problem. Let us see some basics here first. Okay, I'll change in configuration. Okay, so here I have changed the start date and end date at project definition level. And if you see here, if you want to see the Gantt chart, so here you can see the Gantt chart also, project planning board. You open the project, open this, you select the planning board profile. These all things you can keep it as by default. Okay, so there is no need to select anything here. Automatically system will take you to this screen. Yeah, so here you can open this. Okay, and you can plan your dates also here. Let's say this is your WBS element and you want to plan some dates. So you just drag and drop. Likewise, you can plan the dates. Okay, so your management can see this. Here it is description and date and everything, you can get it here. So we'll come back here again, but it is to just give you some idea here. So we can see the planning board also. Now, our next step to define the cost. Okay, so how we can define the cost for this project? As I explained earlier, go to financials, go to cost, go to plan based, go to hierarchical. Sorry, this is a 1 second information system. Okay, go to here, financials, planning, cost and WBS element, CG40. Okay, so here you can plan the cost. So you need to enter here project definition, okay, and version. So when you are comparing with the same thing here, see, we are keeping here the values in different version. So here in SAP, you can define a separate version here. 1 second. So let's say this is the alternative version, version 1. Select it, press enter. Okay, so here in this system as of now, you can see all the WBS elements are available for planning. Okay, so there is a setting in the configuration. You can have provision whether you want to propose all the WBS element as a planning WBS element, or you just want to keep a control. So in this setting, the control did not kept. 1 second, just wait a moment. I'll check some setting here. So let me see the planning values again. CJ40, version 1, press enter. Yeah, so now I can see only my planning element, which I have selected as a planning element, only appearing here as a WBS element where I can plan the values. Okay, so here only the codes are appearing. You can go here, go to display option and change to use description. So now I can see in the description. So what I'll do, I'll copy all the values, whatever we have planned here. So let's say here in design architect, I'm planning 20,000. Okay, and into so I'm doing overall planning. I'm not going with the year wise. I'll take you later. So next is this one. And next is this one, 10,000. Then 50,000. Okay. Select all, go to edit, go to total up. So now 120,000. It is coming 120,000. Which one I missed? Here for us it was showing 300,000.
Sir, one question here. Normally you receive all these planning values from investment management, no?
Yeah. See,
And,
you can get all these values from investment management, but see, if you are going to understand individually, let's say IM is not in the picture, right?
Yeah, yes, and one more question. Consider investment management setup. I need to create the first level with the same name I have in the investment management measure. Is that?
Right, right, correct.
Which one I create first?
Only you will have first level WBS element, this one. Procure, see this one you will have only.
Yes,
Installation
but
of 60.
this is automatically created by investment management.
Correct.
Is that? Okay,
Correct.
then I proceed with the other levels. Okay, okay.
So I am taking a scenario, let's say if IM is not in picture, for example. So all these exercises you have to do manually in the system. You have to take it as a standalone, right? If IM is there, you will get these values at first level. These planning values you can get it from the appropriation request if it is integrated. If it is not, then you have to do manually.
So I need to set up the mask the same way, okay, in IM and in project
Right.
system. Okay.
Right. So here the cost is coming 300,000, which is matching as per my Excel file. So this is my plan cost in level 1. This is my only the first level, the version 1 cost. This one, version 1 proposed cost. Okay, and then what I can do here, save it. Okay, it is saved. I can see these details in the reporting. You come here to see in the report, go to the information system. This is the report 533. Okay, to see that you come here in information system. I'll take you to stepwise and go to the financials, go to cost, go to plan based, go to hierarchical, go to 533 report. Double click here. Okay, database profile we have to select the same way. Standard selection structure. Execute. Here we can have output in two different formats. First is a graphical report, second is a classical. I'll select the classical. This is a project plan version cost I want to see here. Version 1. Execute it. So now it is my plan cost in version 1. You can see this. Okay. So now this was my rough cut cost planning. Now I'll create next planning. Okay, so if you are if you can copy from version to another version, you can copy the cost. Okay, there is a separate T code for it, CJ9FS. Okay, here you can copy planning cost from one version to another version. Okay, so let's say if you want to create another version, version 2, version 3. So in that case, you need to go to CJ9FS, go to project definition, enter here project definition, template version. So template version is your one version. and target version is 2. Okay, because we are copying from version 1 to version 2. So let me execute a test run. So you can execute test run or detail list. So if you are deselecting test run and detail list you are selecting, then it will be executed actual. Means the transaction will be executed in real. But if you are selecting only test run, system will check only for test run first. So execute it. Specify valid fiscal year interval. Some fiscal year issue is there. Specify a fiscal year interval. 1 second, please.
I set up the version in the same place I set up the investment management version. We had to do it investment management at first, huh?
No, it's a different actually. See, if you have defined the version there, but for version 2 we did not change anything. Okay, so that's why system is checking. It's only one place, controlling area version, where you can do the changes. So here, go to SPRO. Okay, I'm just looking into this error. Okay, go to project system. Okay, here in cost, it creates new version. So for me, let me check what is this. So this is a version 2 for which I'm looking to change controlling area settings. Okay, here go to setting for each year. So actually for till 2000 only it is there. So need to copy the values. I'll say 2020. Okay, I'll copy in 2021. So this job, this particular activity will be done by finance consultant, not by you. Okay, so come back. Again, the same transaction, CJ9FS. Let me try it. Template version is 1. Target is 2. Remove detail list. Okay, I'll check it offline because I think I need to check some more details. Okay. So on next session, I'll correct it. Okay, then we will go forward. So my main motive is here to just be familiarized with the process, and then we will go one by one. Okay, like let's say we will go in detail in project definition, then WBS element, network activities, scheduling, different kind of cost planning, different kind of revenue planning, material procurement, resource planning. So we'll go in the detail, but before that, let us understand how exactly the overall process is there. Okay, so that's why I'm going directly. I'm switching to the transaction directly, that this is my cost planning, this is my budget planning, this is my procurement creation, how I can see the detail in my reports. That is my main motive. Okay, I hope it is fine for everybody. If you are having any question or anything, like if you don't like to go in the same manner, I'll switch into the detail one by one then. But actually this is my way, because at least until unless you are not having the overall idea, it is difficult to understand the each object and go in very detailed, right?
Okay.